dear students, welcome you all back to our social class. We are dealing with the history chapter. We saw about the industrial changes and social changes in the previous class. And today we are going to see the coming of the social aspect, socialism of Europe. So if you see, this socialism was also the continuation which was happening from the industrial and social changes. Perhaps you might have heard that the most social changes that have been occurred are far-reaching for the lower section of the society, right? So the social changes that were being brought, the development that had happened in Europe did not reach the lower section of the society, right? Yes? Do you all agree with me, my dear students? Yes. It did not reach those peoples. You know why it did not reach those peoples? It is because of the structure that was prevailing in the society. Okay, so that should be eroded. So by the mid of 19th century in Europe, socialism was a well-known body which has been developing, and it was being widespread and which got attracted by different peoples. So what is the socialist? Why it has got lot of importance? Why people started giving lot of importance and why they were being attracted towards it? Come, let us see now. So if you see, the socialists, they believed, excuse me, they believed and they had a faith that the root of all social illness that are happening, it is truly because of the time, and it is truly because of the private owned property. So they say the problem is behind the illness, or the benefit which is being given to the society is not reaching the lower section of the society, is truly because of the private properties which has been existing. So what they wanted, they say is that the individuals, why they say is that the individuals, they own the property. So they employ more number of people. So they work for them and they accumulate lot of production. Okay, so the profit is being reached only by the person, that individual, right, who is having the company of his own. But the gain is not given to the common peoples. The gain is not for the society. Gain is not for the workers. They still remain the same. So they don't want such thing to exist. A single person alone to get benefited and single person alone to get rich in a society. Instead, they were being giving importance for the collective aspects. So what is this collective? When collectively work is being done, you can find all will be benefited. That is what is their prime motive. So if the society has a whole rather than a single individual controlled property, more attention would be paid to collective society interest. Society wanted, the socialists, they wanted a change and they started campaigning. What kind of a change? Come see. Socialists had different visions about the future. So they believed that the cooperative means like you might be having a land, I may have money, and the other person of your friend may have the rice production which may happen, and the other friend may have the machines, tools and equipments to produce something out of rice. So what they will do is they can put all their resources together, the land, where they can construct a building using the money, and the machines can be brought to that particular area, and the person who is having the farming of rice will bring the raw material to the industries. So full-fledged it is being made into a finished product and sold in the market. So profit which is being got by them will be shared among these all four people, right? So that is called as the cooperative. So they wanted these kind of thing to exist in the society. So they say when this is existing, this has come into practice, all will be benefited, not only the individual or the property owner, all the people working over there will be getting benefited definitely. So that is the thing. And here you can find the ideas of Robert Owen, an English manufacturer, also says that build a socialist community. He started building a social community which is named or which has been called as the New Harmony of Indian. He is in USA, okay. And on the other side you can find the socialist felt that the cooperative would be built on a wide scale. When it has been not restricted to a particular area, it should be in wide area. So when it has been developed, when it has been happening in wider area, you can find the change that is happening, and the change should be initiated by the individuals. Initiated means they should take effort to start that, and they also say that the government should encourage the cooperative societies. That only then they can be in development that can happen. In France, Louis Bacon in 1813 to 1882, he wanted to encourage the cooperative society, and he replaced the capitalist and entrepreneurs. Okay, so you can find the cooperative society was gaining lot of importance. It is associated with the peoples, and the production of goods together was also developed, and they divided the profit among the workers. That was being done by the members itself. And one more very important person about Karl Marx, you might be knowing about him in the lower classes, you might have learnt. Karl Marx and Friedrich Leg, both of them had one more idea along with this. That is, Marx said the capitalists are being considered as a person or owned the investment from a factory, and the profit of the capitalist was produced by the workers, and the condition of the workers remains the same as they said previously. So condition of the workers remains the same. The workers' condition should be improved. And see, the condition of the worker could not be improved as long as the profit was accumulated by the private. So he says when the profit is being taken only by the individuals, that is the particular owner, capitalist, the development of the worker will never happen. Workers had to overthrow the capitalism. So he says the capitalism should not prevail in our country. Instead, and the workers also should be very cautious enough to know that they are being exploited by the capitalists. Yes, they are being extracting the work from the workers, but they are not being given proper benefits. Okay, that is also there. And this would be formed in the form of a communal society. So communal society can only help them. So he is bringing a new thing which is known as the communalism, communal society. And he was convinced that the worker would be trumped, or worker would be benefited. So when workers, how they will be benefited? When they fight against the capitalism. So capitalism should be thrown out, and communal society should be brought in the European nation by the mid of 18th to 19th century. So this is what is the belief of the people in the society. That is, the ideologists had the cooperative society should be brought, cooperative should be brought, and the communalism also should be brought among them. So this is what is about today's content, my dear students. The remaining I'll explain you in tomorrow's class. Thank you, my dear students.